Right, time for another mailbag. Now, I'm going to do this in one go. I've got several items here. Some of it arrived today, some of it arrived a few days ago, and a bit last week too. So I've been building up a little bit, but there's one item here, in particular here, which I know what that is, and some people will agree with me when I explain why I purchased that. So, let's move some stuff out of the way actually, and then we shall get started. Right, so here's the first item. Pretty big bag. I'm still waiting for the item from Banggood to turn up. I'm quite surprised it's not arrived yet. Buddy over at the radio shop's already received his and done a video on it, and I'm still waiting for mine to turn up. So it's interesting. Anyway. So I'm going through my little phase of updating some of my tools. So I purchased these. Now this is a little socket screwdriver set, which I thought would be handy for doing little nut drivers. You know, little nut drivers basically what they are. Right. I should have opened it the other way up, but yeah, so that's what we got. Just a little hexagonal bit in there. Different sizes. Where did it say what size they are? It says on the head. So that's a 5.5mm. So it's supposed to have 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5 and 6. So this one here will be a 6mm. So yeah, I wanted to add to my set. So there's been a few times I've wished I had a smaller driver just to make things a bit easier. An example will probably be this actually, although these are probably actually might be Imperial. Next one up from that. Next one up from that. I'll get there. Next one up from that. Oh my god, it must be the biggest one. It better be the biggest one. Yeah, it goes on, but it's a bit too big. So these are Imperial size nuts. So the metric ones actually don't fit. So that's a shame. Just check. Oh no, it does go on. It's 5.5mm. There we go. Right, so now I can actually do these nuts up properly with a nut driver instead of using a pair of pliers. Alright, so things like that I've been needing for a little while. I've just been putting it off, being lazy, thinking, oh, I'll do it. The way I've been doing it works fine, so why bother? Anyway, so right, so that's those. Look at the next thing. I'll do links as well for these, so I've started doing links in descriptions on my mailbags. People have been requesting it more and more, so I'm going to start doing that as a matter of course now. So I'm always going to, if I forget to do it, remind me and I'll put them in. Okay, so these are some IDC type 10-way headers, which I also purchased for this project. Right, so this display board, the revision. Well, that's actually 8-pin. I should have bought 8-pin. These are 10s. I thought I'd use them for those. That way it's orientated as well. It's got orientation. So if you unplug it, you can't plug it back in all the way around. But these are 10-pin, not 8-pin. So I stuffed up there. I need to get some 8-pin ones. Again, I'll chuck links in. So these are all the same type. Next one. Bag inside a bag, it's always fun. And little tubes of thermal grease. So I thought I'd get some little one-shot tubes because they're nice and compact and just leave a few laying around. That way you've always got one laying around when you need it. So I've got 10 of those. So yeah, well, what are these things? It's HY420 1 gram in each tube apparently, and its thermal conductivity is stated as being 1.63 watts per mk. Okay. Is that millikelvin? I don't know what that'll be. Thermal resistance is less than 0.249 degrees C per square inch per watt. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really do anything cutting edge which requires absolute optimum thermal capacity. So most just like, you know, a transistor on a heatsink, yeah, you know, it's fine. So even the cheapest stuff will probably work absolutely fine. So let's get those out of the way. Next thing. A thermal pad. This one is really thin. I think that's a half mil, 0.5 mil. Yeah, 0.5 mil thermal pad. So you've seen my previous mailbag, or might be beginning of this one, I can't remember. I've already purchased some other thermal pads, different thicknesses. So I'm just trying to cover all the bases and get all different sizes, and so I've got one for every situation which may arise. And so there have been times when I wish I had some, and I haven't had it. I've like lost the original one, or the original one's torn or something like that. I wanted to replace it. So that's that. Next thing. Get into the bag, be helpful. This knife getting very blunt. It's probably a good thing when I don't cut myself with it. Alright, a little cheapo adjustable spanner. No, you never know. You know, you've got a little nut. I'd rather use this than a pair of pliers. It's very sloppy, but that's right. It's just for lightweight stuff. It's not really for anything particularly heavy. I can hang it on something, couldn't I? Anyway, I'll go in a little toolbox as well. Okay. Okay, let's do this one first. Let's do the bigger one. This will be something I purchased off eBay, so it'll be interesting. It's actually not very well packaged in the box. It's a bit loose in there. I don't like to have that, because if something gets thrown, it builds up momentum. It can still smash into something, you know. Maybe it's because the airbags have blown. Completely deflated airbags. Top, yeah, nothing. Only that one on the bottom. So yeah, I mean it's bubble wrapped. It's probably okay. But obviously the airbags have deflated for some reason. Maybe it took a big hit. Hopefully they've done their job. So hopefully there's no damage anywhere. It looks okay on the outside. I always specify to pack things really well when I buy things on eBay, because some people just don't have a clue. Others are really good and they say, yep, of course I'll do it, that's fine. And other ones, just, even though I tell them, they don't do it. Like a guy had healing mass that ripped me off with that item. He didn't send me the one I actually purchased, that guy. I told him specifically, pack it really well, and he said, yep, sure, and it turned out not really well packed. So, but then what he cares, all he sent me damage one anyway. He was ripping me off intentionally, so. Right. In case you haven't seen that that thread about, well, my video about that guy ripped me off, go and have a look. It's called Healing Mass. So if you're on eBay and you're buying technical, like electronic stuff, don't buy from him. He's not honest. Right. The mic holder on the side. Back looks beautiful. Front looks okay. No signs of damage. Everything looks straight. Yep, everything is absolutely fine. There's no signs of any damage, so that looks all good. So his packaging was certainly adequate. And as you can see, it's a CB. So this is I purchased this for through a conversion and to resell it, because these are quite popular radios over here, because they're fairly compact. They work quite well. This one is what year? 98. So it's 9 years old. But The older ones, actually, to be honest, are better than the newer ones. Some people go, oh, well, I want a newer one. Well, actually, I had that once. I was selling one, and they wanted a newer version of the radio. It's like as if the newer one's better. But actually, the newer ones aren't as good as the old ones. They're not built as well. The quality is not as good as it used to be, in my opinion, of course. But from what I've seen from build quality, it's not the same. The panels get thinner and components are smaller and cheaper. Like using 1/8 watt resistors instead of 1/4 watt resistors and things like that. And some cases they aren't actually big enough. Anyway, I'm waffling on a bit. So yeah, CB. That'll be that may be another video. Depends if there's anything wrong with it or not. I think there may have been something wrong with it. I can't remember. And the final item, which is probably the more important. This is actually DigiKey. I've never actually purchased a DigiKey before. I never needed to. I've always been to get stuff locally. Anyway, this arrived fairly quickly. Is probably less than a week. I think probably less than a week. So it's not bad. It's faster than RS, and there's a local shop. Yeah. Anyway, well packaged, nicely protected. I have to say it's a good thing. Let's get all this out of here and make sure there's nothing visible you shouldn't be seeing, like my name and address. Right, here we go. So I've several comments about the Fluke DC voltage calibrator, which I did repairs on, and the binding posts I used on that, because I used basically what I could obtain fairly easily, and I didn't use high quality binding posts. I used what I could get, which would fit. Right. So I've had comments about the fact that they're brass and things like that. They generate their own voltages, basically, because you've got dissimilar metals being involved, and when you're doing a calibrator and you're talking about microvolts, it messes that up a little bit. So, which is something I hadn't really taken into consideration when I did that repair. So I've had a bit of stick from that, and comments and stuff like that. So, so I've splashed out and purchased some new binding posts. So there should be 2 of each. I can only get black and red. There was no green, so the earth one will have to stay, the one which I already put on. So these are proper, what the hell are they called? Tellurium copper. Yeah. So it's your Pomona 3770-0, which is black, and 3770-2, which is the red. So yeah, I've got 2 of those in here as well. So I'm going to revisit the Fluke calibrator. I don't think I'll bother videoing it. I mean, you've seen what I do it once, so I won't video it again to show it, but another set. So I'll be updating that with these particular binding posts to make sure that it's as good as it should be, and bring it back up to the standard it's meant to be at. So those alone cost me $66 US. Right, so they're expensive binding posts, but if you're doing a bit of high-end test gear like that, precision equipment, then you need to put that extra bit of money into it and do it right. So I hadn't considered the effects of the binding posts when I replaced them. So now I had reminded. I knew about the effects of dissimilar metals and things like that. I just hadn't considered it. And yeah, so here's the right parts to put on that. So these will be going on. I won't bother videoing it. Right, so that's the mailbag and a pile of stuff which I should probably grab a picture of. Okay, there you go, pile of stuff. There you go. Probably don't need to see this. Anyway, there you go, mailbag done. And I'll catch you later. And give us a thumbs up and subscribe and that kind of thing. Yeah, catch you later. Bye.